So let me start with the measure of central tendencies. Measure of central tendencies, first is mean actually. Basic parameter, basic value, that is mean. Now mean one can calculate using a simple formula, that is you have to add all the numbers. Let's say you have observation like 2, 4, 6, 3, 5. And you want to know what is the mean of these numbers. Now the formula is that you add all these numbers and divide by total observations. That is, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my n is 5. So mean will be equal to, that is x bar, will be equal to sum of all these numbers divided by total n. That is 5. So if you add like this, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 divided by 5. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 12, 12 plus 3 15, 15 plus 5 20. So 20 divided by 5, that is 4. And therefore, we can say that the mean of these observations is equal to 4. That is x bar is equal to 4. Now, in SAT 2, Mathematics 2, you get some questions which are basically based on the weighted mean. Not a simple mean, but the weighted mean. And let me take one of the questions to explain what is the difference between this normal mean and a weighted mean. See, the question is something like this, that a student who got, who has to appear for 4 tests. In 3 tests, his average was 86%. In 3 tests. In the last test, he got 88%. So, what is the mean or what is the average of his overall percentage? So, you see, one common mistake is that students, what they do is they add this 86 and 82 divided by 2. And therefore, the answer will be 87. That's wrong. That's wrong. Because here you see in 3 tests he got 86%. Only in 1 test is 88%. So actually, it's a weighted mean which is 3 into 86 plus 1 into 88 divided by 3 plus 1, that is 4. And you see, if you calculate this one, your answer will not be 87%. Okay, it will be different from this because I have multiplied 86 by 3 but 88 by only 1. So answer will be something different from this. So that is actually the concept of mean. Now the second concept is median. Now median is, as the name suggests, is the middle value. Now before coming to the middle value, one has to arrange those numbers in the ascending order. One has to arrange those numbers in the ascending order. Let's take some numbers. Let's take 2, 3, 0, 5, 9. Right? Now, it's not that 0 is the median if you take the middle value. No. What you have to do is, you have to first arrange these numbers in the ascending order. So, the numbers I will arrange like 0, 2, 3, 5 and 9. Now, you take the middle number. That is, there are 5 numbers. So, middle number will be 3. So, my median in this case is 3. Now, next question is, what if there are even number of observations? Suppose there is one more observation, let's say 11. Then what will happen? Now, in this case, if you arrange these numbers in the ascending order, you have to write 11 also. Now, in this case, what you do is, you take 2 numbers. Right? Take 2 numbers and then take the average of these 2. So, 3 plus 5 divided by 2, that is 4. So, your answer will then be 4. That's how you calculate median in case the number of observations are even. So, take the middle 2 values and then take the average of those 2 values. That will give you median. Now, next concept, that is a major central tendencies, is the mode. Now, mode is something which is like roughly you can say that mode is the value which has appeared most number of times in a particular number of observations. For example, if you have 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 8, 4, 4. Suppose these are the observations. Now 2 has appeared only once, 3 only once, but if you see this 4, it has appeared 4 times. So the mode for these observations will be 4. So what you have to do is simple. You find out each observation and number of times it has appeared, and see whichever has appeared maximum number of times. That will give you mode. So mode for this series is 4. Now let's come to the next concept. So in fact, mean, median, mode, and range. These are 4 type of concepts which are basically statistical concepts, and range is highest value minus lowest value. So if there are certain observations given to you, take the highest value and subtract lowest value. Let's take some observations. Let's say 3, 8, 15, 1, 0, 25 and 9. Now what is the highest value? Highest value is 25. What is the lowest value? Lowest value is 0. So what is the range? A range will be equal to 25 minus 0. That will be 25. So that's a range of the data, of this data. So these are 4 basic calculations, statistics parameter you can say, for finding finding all about the data. Now next concept is interquartile range, or we call it IQR. So interquartile range is a different from range naturally. What you have to do is you take the observation, find out the median. Take the left part of the median, okay, left part of the observations, and then find out the median of that data. Take the right hand side part of the median, and all the observations take the median of that particular data and subtract these two, you will get IQR. I'll tell you how to calculate it. Let's take, and of course, you have to arrange the numbers. Whenever we talk about the median, that you have to arrange the numbers in the ascending order. So let's take some observations. Let's take 3, 0, 5, 8, 9, then 4, 11. Okay. Now let's arrange these observations as an ascending order, in the ascending order. So my numbers will be 0, then 3, next is 4, then 5, then 8, then 9, then 11. Now the median is 5. So take all the observations which are on the left hand side of 5, that is these 3. Find out the median of these observations, that is 3. Take the right hand side observations, find out the median of these, that is 9. Okay, so subtract these and that will give you IQR, interquartile range. So 9 minus 3, which is equal to 6, that is your interquartile range. So that is what you have to calculate. In fact, there are so many things, like if number of observations is even, then one has to be slightly careful, because then median will be the average of those two numbers, and then you have to take the left hand side and right hand side numbers carefully. So that's about IQR, or interquartile range. Now let's talk about another concept, that is a probability. So probability is something, again, a concept where normally you get a question all the time in the SAT level 2, mathematics level 2, all the time almost. Now probability, there are some basic concepts. Those concepts are like, if the probability of an event A is, let's say, 1 by 3. First of all, before explaining the various aspects of probability, you see the probability is always between 0 and 1. That is, if you are 100% sure about an event, then the probability is 1. If you know that this event cannot happen at all, then the probability is 0. For example, if you have a die and normal, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 written on the various parts. Now, what is the probability of getting a 7? Now, the answer is 0, because it's impossible. So, if it's impossible event, then answer is 0. What is the probability of getting a number which is less than or equal to 6? Now, the answer is 1, that is 100%. So, if you are 100% sure, then the probability is 1. If you know that this cannot happen, this particular event, then the answer is 0. So probability is always between 0 and 1. That's number 1. Number 2, when you have in the question you have AND, A and D AND, then you have to multiply those probabilities. So if you want both the events to happen, there are 2 events in the particular question, and you want that both the events should happen, then you have to multiply the probability. So PA, if suppose you have another event B where the probability is 1 by 4, then you want that both the events should happen, then PA into PB is the answer of new probability, that is 1 by 3 into 1 by 4, and answer will be 1 by 12. Now if you want that one of the events should happen, that is A or B. So whenever you say OR, you have to add them. Resultant probability is PA plus PB, not PA into PB. Not PA into PB. So that's how these are the basic rules of probability where you have to find this thing. So mainly, you get a question in the SAT level 2, maths 2, like probability is something like this, that suppose there is a box, there are some 7 balls, 4 balls are red and 3 balls are green. So if you are picking one ball out of the box, what is the probability that will be red? Now the answer will be total balls are 7 and 4 are red. So answer will be 4 by 7. So that's how you have to give the answer. Now suppose the question is that what is the probability that first ball is red and second is also red, and you are not replacing the ball back in the box. So first probability, of course, red means 4 by 7. Now once you have drawn a ball, now there are how many balls? 6. And how many red balls are there? 3. And because you are not, putting it back in the box, so 4 by 7 into 3 by 6, and that will be equal to 2 by 7. And therefore, we can conclude that if in a box there are 4 red balls, 3 green balls, and we want that both the balls you are taking out of the box should be red, then the probability is 2 by 7.